Afternoon to you all. My name is Nathan Mtuke, joined by Kelvin Lunga and James Udon for the Peterhouse Kings and CBC Hornets game here in Peterhouse, Marondera.
All right, cool.
Gonna take a look at the starting lineups in just a minute. Just waiting for the teams to come onto the field. Quite a tough game. It looks like it'll be quite intense from both sides. Very good teams, and I'm sure CBC been well awaiting this, as has Peterhouse, I'm sure. So both of them, it's going to be an intense game. A lot of playing and a lot of tired players. So not only is it about your players, I think it's also about the strategy. Especially Mr. Medina, quite a good coach, and then obviously the Peterhouse side as well. So we'll have to see how it goes down. How are you feeling about this game, Nathan?
I'm hoping that CBC Hornets can put on a show for the parents that are here and for those at home watching on the live stream. But I know that's going to be a tough game, as Peterhouse Kings are quite a strong side, and we just hope to see CBC put on a fight.
Yeah, I agree with you there. What about you, Jojo?
Atmosphere is looking good. CBC Hornets have been waiting for this, practicing hard. I'm sure same applies to the Kings, and I hope it's going to be a good game. I don't know the lineup.
Gonna take a look at the CBC lineup quick, Jojo.
CBC lineup for today. Number 1, Dumiso Mbuisa. Number 2, M. Nyasha. Number 3, Johan Wenert. Number 4, Liam Smith. Number 5, Makomorero Mkobo. 6, Busto Spanda, captain. 7, Martin Liebenbeck. 8, Prince Nube. 9, Anopai Kwizera. 10, Baraka Akufiwi. 11, Wezi Piri. 12, Lebohang Moyo. 13, we've got Lee Element, vice captain. 14, Marsha Wamandishe, and 15, Chase Lindley.
Come on, run! Reese! Go, Reese!
Now we're gonna take a quick look at the Peterhouse lineup. In number 1, we have Tanatswa Indumitsei. Number 2, Taro Kafeso. Number 3, Mukudze Muchatu. Number 4, David Wela. Number 5, Mufaru Mawoyo. Number 6, Bongani Dube. Number 7, Prosper Zimbago. Number 8, Cameron Ray. Number 9, Evans Bruno. Number 10, James Watt. Number 11, Munashe Masamha. Number 12, Christian Chikwanda. Number 13, Russell Musekiwa. Number 14, Michael Marimo. And number 15, Panache Fantiso. Our captain for Peterhouse is number 3, Mukudze Muchachu, and his vice captain being David Wheeler at number 4. And about to kick off the game now. CBC are waiting, looking quite ready for that. Looking very strong, but also Peterhouse looking very aggressive on the other side. Very intense game. I myself am very excited for this. And just while we're mentioning, it's today here with you, James Woodop and
Nathan Mtuke.
As well
Kelvin
as
Lunga.
we will be covering for Media Club today. We hope you enjoy the game.
CBC kickoff. Looks to have gone out, and it's CBC ball coming off a Peterhouse boy. Line out to CBC here, just outside of Peterhouse is 22. Ball's thrown in, CBC mauling it, but not in straight, says the referee. And it's Peterhouse ball. Will they opt for a line out to scrum? And they've opted for a scrum. CBC boys here with a lot of intensity and urgency. Getting to the scrum, they're quite quick. How do you think the game's gonna go, Jojo?
This is a game everyone's been waiting for. And I'm sure the boys will put in a fight. And I think this game is gonna be a very exciting game. And let's hope the scores go as planned.
Peterhouse played to the 10, 12. And it looks like he's broken through there. Tap on the number 11. Not held, says the ref, so he cut up and continued playing. Peterhouse here. Ball to Peterhouse. Number 10 picks it up, goes on the blind. He's tackled there by Kwezera. They play it to the pause there. Number 6 crashing it up. And it's CBC ball there. Holding on, says the referee.
Baraka Kufi with the kick. Hoping to find touch. And he does find touch. Line out to CBC just after the 22. Ball put in by Prince Nube. Penalty to CBC. CBC finds touch.
Scrum to the Kings here. And it is the first scrum of the game, yeah. I'm sure Peterhouse will be looking to use their backline as they're very quick and they look like they coordinate their moves very well. They give it to the 10, 10 to the 12, to the 13. 13 breaks, offloads it there to the 14. Unfortunately, he knocks it on. An unfortunate knock on there by Michael Marimo.
Eight-man break there. Is it going? And it's tackled. CBC using their forward support structure there. Penalty to Peterhouse. James Watt looking to find touch there. And he does find touch. Ball throw in by Taro. Looks like the CBC boys aren't contesting. Big carry there by David, vice captain. Ball to the 10. Looks for a grabber. Ball stolen by CBC. CBC using their forwards very good.
Barakaku Fivi kicks the ball there. Gives it to the number 9 there, Ivan. Number 14, Michael there, plays it to the blind. 13 running with it, Russell. Gets tackled by Kwizera and Lee Elliman. Evans plays the ball to the number 7 there, Prosper, crashing it up. Plays it to James. James plays it to a pot there, and they give it to the number 12 there, Christian. Breaks through, wants to beat. Christian passes it to the captain, Mukute, and Mukute crashes it over there. Brilliant play by Peterhouse Kings here. Offloading, running, and playing hard here, the Peterhouse boys. Number 7 there, Prosper, crashing it up.
That was a big carry there. Scrum off.
James plays it to a pot.
Center is the short line and offloads it to the top captain, and he does get through and scores the try.
James Watt steps up, kicks it, and unfortunately hits the left up right there, just missing the conversion. Bara Hakufi restarts it, kicks it deep, kicks it to a forward there. Ooh, looks like it's a knock on there.
So not the best start to CBC's game here. It looks like it was quite a fast centre, as we did see, who managed to pass off to the props. So beautiful team play there and also play for himself. So obviously not what CBC were wanting and expecting. Puts quite a bit of pressure on them as well. Even though it is the start of the game, you definitely don't want to start behind.
Looks like the Peterhouse backline here is quite strong and they're quite quick as well. Seeing that they love to offload the ball, play with their other teammates and run forward.
Yeah, Peterhouse very tricky there with their set plays. CBC needs to watch out. Ball kick deep into the 50-meter line.
Sorry, he just kicked it to the 22. The ball did fly very far, but unfortunately, the ref said it only went out on the 22. CBC Mullet here, trying to gain meters. They aren't moving there. Scrum half is trying to urge them forward. Scrum half, they're urging them forward, and they keep pushing hard here. CBC hold on to the ball there. Forwards will be playing something that us boys know as monkeys. They're using the forwards to crash it up. Forwards still using the ball there. Scrum off to the 10. Give it to number 13 there, but unfortunately it's a bad pass.
Right, so Nathan, can you tell us, CBC looking quite close to the try line, and I mean they do need this 5 points, so if they could get the conversion they could get the 7. So what do you think CBC would be looking at from a strategy point of view? It looks like they do have a penalty now. What do you think they would do with it?
Looks like they're going for the line out, so I think they need to use them more effectively and then play to the back line, trying to spread it out to the wingers. Hopefully they can get a try in the corner, or maybe a gap opens up and gives to the centers to crash it through for a try. Play to the back of the line out, and they will use the more there, not moving forward. Peterhouse boy on the ground. Scrum off still urging these forwards forward. The mole is moving forward. Forwards keep pushing. Will they score the try? And the mole has been brought down. I believe it's been held up there. Unfortunately, the CBC boys kept it for a bit too long. Maybe should have given the back line.
Quite a waste of an opportunity there. Like you did say, the back line would have been a good option, and it did look like they had an overlay with Wezi number 11 out here, quite a fast player, so I think that would have worked well for them. Anyway, they are on the counter now. They have got the ball back from Peterhouse. What can they do with it? Bad pass there to Wezi Piri, number 11 now, with the ball passes to Lee Ellerman, number 12, still pushing on. Almost out. Quite close now. What can CBC do with this? Guezera with the ball. Martin Liedenberg driving on. And it looks like a penalty has been given to Peterhouse. Another wasted opportunity.
Unfortunately, some costly mistakes here from the CBC boys. Let's hope they can fix them going forward. But it's only 5-0, so hopefully the boys keep their heads up and keep playing. Great kick there from the Peterhouse team, James Watts, getting them just before their halfway line.
Run off, man!
The 9, passing it there. Peterhouse boys loving the inside ball there. They give it to the 10, James Watt. Tries to offload it there. Bit of a bad pass. And it's a knock on there. The ref restarting the scrum there. And he looks to be talking to a few of the forwards there, the number 3 from both teams. Hopefully they can fix something that they made a mistake with. And it is a scrum to CBC. Gozera feeds it in. And it's a penalty to Peterhouse, yeah. An unfortunate mistake from CBC. Something they need to work on is their mistakes. Also, they need to spread out a bit more. And also watch those centers from Peterhouse. They're quite quick and move very well.
James Watt finds touch once again for Peterhouse. Peterhouse boys are very enthusiastic. And out there, short ball, and he hits the line very well. Penalty to Peterhouse. James Watt with the quick tap. The boys were not back 10, playing advantage. Monkeys once again. And they find the line. And Bongani Dube, the flank, scores the try for Peterhouse. And they find the line. And Bongani Dube, the flank, scores the try for Peterhouse. James Watt looking composed there. Steve stops to make the kick. Unfortunately, it doesn't convert.
Back to centre now, CBC down 10. Definitely not a good start, and it seems like they're going down even more. We may have thought they were coming for a comeback, but doesn't look like it. Can CBC pull something out the bag? I remember last season they did manage to do that in the second half. They seemed to wake up and get a few points on the board. Mr. Medina looking quite composed over there, so hopefully he has some hope in his team and everybody watching and all the CBC fans.
I think the CBC boys, a few of their heads dropped there. But let's hope that they keep their heads up and keep fighting. And it's a knock on there. Scrum to Peterhouse. Just outside the 22. Jojo, do you think the Peterhouse boys will use the centers here?
They do like using the centers, and they're very tricky set plays. So CBC has to watch out and fan out more and fix their mistakes.
Peterhouse boy crashing it up there and he's knocked it on. CBC using the advantage. Johan crashing it up there. Scrum half taking his time. They play it to the blind side. Gives it to Prince Nube there. Taking it up. Forwards using the buoyant again. Looks to be a penalty to CBC there.
Nathan, what do you think the CBC boys should be? What do you think they're gonna do with the penalty, or what should they do with the penalty?
I believe that if the scrum half keeps pushing his forwards, they should use their maul, and they've been using it quite effectively as they've been gaining ground, and maybe just letting the ball out earlier to their backline, hopefully letting them run it.
Don't you think the CBC boys should go for post just to get back on the scoreboard, considering the wasted chances they've had?
Possibly could be a good option. Not sure who the CBC kickers are, but let's hope that maybe they look for that option, or they can use their backline. Scrum to Peterhouse. I believe that was a break there. Play to James Watts. Deep kick to Marshall Mandisha. Great catch there from the young lad. Running it up, needs support, dummies, and he takes it up. Big tackle there by the Peterhouse boy. Number 5, Mufaro there. Park playing as the 9 to Martin Liebenberg. Let's hope CBC can capitalize on their mistakes. They play a pod, and he almost hands off one, managing to keep his arm there, the Peterhouse boy. Plays it to a pod on the blind side. Offloaded there. They keep playing on the blind side. Paraka Kufi breaks the tackle there. Tries to offload to Chase. Chase dummies it there. They give it to Lebo. Some great teamwork here from the CBC boys, offloading quite a lot. What do you think, Jojo?
Yeah, great offloads there and some great defense from the CBC boys. From the Peterhouse boys. Penalty to Peterhouse boys. Fly off looking for touch, and he does find it.
I toss it, use it!
Taro throws the ball in. Number 9 to 12. 12 to 10, James Watt with the long. Oh, that wasn't a good pass from James Watt. An interception by Sbuso Spanda, the CBC captain. Oh, Masha Amandisha with the sprint there. Nice offload to number 9. And he's taken down. CBC looks like they like the monkeys.
Penalty to Peterhouse, yeah. I believe it's been called for off his feet. Oh, sorry. Penalty to CBC. CBC Sosibanda there, crashing it up. Big, tall lad. Ball available there. Unfortunately, Nyasha trying to score the try there, but the ref. Could have been a knock-on. We just wait for the ref's decision there as he discussed with his assistant referees.
And CBC gets the try. That is a big plus for them, although we just have under 10 minutes left, so they have to really push here. If they can get the conversion, we have 7-10, so that'll really reduce some pressure, but still quite a lot on them. We're needing to get either a penalty, conversion, or another try. And just in the break, if you are interested at the end of the game, we should be interviewing both captains, so that'll be quite interesting, especially because it is quite a tight game. So if you're interested in that, just stick around. Thank you for watching.
Marshall Madinshe looks to be kicking it there. He strikes it. And it's over. A great kick there by the young lad who's joined first team for his first year.
Nathan, less than 10 minutes left to the end of first half. What do you think CBC has to do to get another try?
I believe if they keep playing with the same intensity, they can keep going forward. And hopefully they'll get another try, as they've been playing quite well. Closing off the first half, yeah. Prince Nube gets the ball, looks to hand off one. Fortunately, he's been tackled. Tried to hold him up there, but he gets to ground. The prop crashing it up for CBC. Baraka Kufiwe to clear his lines. Great high kick there. Number 15 gets the ball.
Call it, James! Call it!
Peterhouse boys taking it up there, using their forwards.
Call it!
The number 9 there, Evans. Pass it to the captain for Peterhouse here. Still using the blind side. But he's been tackled there, the number 9. Taking a bit too long there with the ball. Peterhouse still with ball. They keep driving forward, keep using their forwards. Play to the blind, number 3, the captain, to the hooker, to the 13, to the 14. Unfortunately, it's been knocked on. Ref will bring it back. I believe a penalty to CBC.
Run it, James!
My mistake there. Penalty to Peterhouse. And they kick it for touch there. Looking to use their line out. Seems like they trust their line out quite a bit there.
So being this far into the game, were you expecting this, Nathan, or did you see a different result?
I'm pretty sure I expected a different result, but the CBC boys playing very well, and it's quite a close game here, with a deficit of 3 points here for CBC. Peterhouse playing very well, using their backline, and they're quite quick, I will mention yet again. The number 9 there trying to take it, and he's knocked it on.
Peterhouse being very, very supportive for their first team. I'm sure their first team is very hyped right now and ready to play.
Looks to be a scrum to CBC. I think they're going to kick it out here as they're in their own 22 most likely will not play the ball there. Chris Nube breaks on the blind there. Hands off one. He keeps going. Oh, big tackle by the Peterhouse boy. Lielman crashes it up. Barak filling in for the number 9. Tries a box kick there. It's been charged, but it goes behind. Big tackle there. And the number 9. Great tackle by Haman Dishe. They play on the blind side there. Peterhouse driving forward. Great carry there by the number 13, Russell. Still playing on the blind side. And it's a penalty to Peterhouse. High tackle there by the CBC boy. Peterhouse will kick for touch yet again. Seems like they love using their line out with just less than 5 minutes to go, yeah. Peterhouse coach is looking very composed there, just letting their team play their game. CBC coach commanding his line to spread out. Under 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go, yeah. Let's hope that CBC can maybe put another try on the board, or will Peterhouse put another try? More there from the Peterhouse boys. Seems to be no contest there from the CBC boys. Number 5 driving it forward. They managed to stop him before the line. Peterhouse crashing it up there using the forwards just before the line. Just short there. 9 plays it to the 10. 10 goes back inside. Will he score the try? And James Watts has scored the try. The Peterhouse 10 being very agile, running a lot and moving the ball. Will he be able to convert his own try, as he's missed 2 conversions just prior to this? Looks like the CBC captain is down here with a leg injury. Very unfortunate. Let's hope that he may get up. Peterhouse crowd going quiet there as James Watt kicks it. Unfortunately, misses the conversion. And it is now 15-7 to Peterhouse Kings, yeah. Jojo, do you think CBC can come back in the second half? Or do you think that maybe Peterhouse will just keep going, keep on putting tries?
Hopefully CBC fixes their mistakes second half, fanning out and watching the short lines. Definitely they will.
Barakagufi will restart the game, yeah, with just under a minute and 30 seconds to go. A great kick there, and the scrum half for CBC takes it. CBC keep their ball. They crash it on the blind, and it's a penalty to CBC. CBC looking to use their line out yet again. Trust. Oh, sorry, my mistake. They look for poles. Very big kick, yeah. Let's hope the lad can convert.
Marshall Hamandishe taking the kick on the 10-meter line. 25 seconds to go.
He lines up his kick. He steps up. He strikes the ball. Looks like it'll be short. Unfortunately, he misses the kick. Evans using the blind side there. Breaks one tackle. He tries to offload it to his number 14, but he knocks it on. And that will be halftime.
Nathan Mtuke, what do you think CBC has to fix to get a few points on the scoreboard second half?
I feel like CBC haven't been using their line. Maybe they just trust their forwards more. And also they need to watch the short lines from the Peterhouse boys here, especially the 12 and 13. Peterhouse love being deceptive and using those short lines and inside lines. But for CBC, I feel like maybe if they just use their back line a bit more and move the ball, they can probably put some points on the scoreboard.
Okay, cheers.
I'm sure Mr. Matida will be talking to his boys. Yeah, a big team talk at halftime. Hopefully the CBC boys can fix their mistakes in the second half. Jojo, do you think that Peterhouse are worried about this game, or they're looking to put more points on the board?
CBC looking very scary there. Peterhouse doesn't look worried at all. They're doing what they do best.
Do you also feel like that maybe just because CBC don't have as much support as the Peterhouse boys, that could be a bit like their confidence levels going down, or do you think it affects them at all?
I don't really think so, but if the CBC boys put their heads up and play the game, they should get back to the scoreboard.
So 35 minutes left of the second half, which is a full half. Quite a lot of time for both teams to do quite a bit. And like you said, Nathan, I'm sure Mr. Medida's talk will be quite stern. But knowing Mr. Medida and his talks, I think quite encouraging, and it'll boost the boys' confidence quite a bit. And like we did see last season, like I mentioned earlier, CBC seems to come back in the second half. So hopefully for all the CBC fans and everybody watching, CBC can do that again and show us what they're made of. Teams having quite a long talk. We'll join back in a couple of minutes.
And we're underway here in the second half. That will be starting very shortly. CBC looked to have not made any changes, so they still trust their starting 15. Kiddo kick off to Ezipiri there, passes to Lee Element, tries to step one and he crashes it up. And that's a penalty to CBC. I believe it was a high tackle there from the Peterhouse boy. Baraka Kufi will look for touch and a good kick there as he gets them out of their 22 and just before the halfway line. Unfortunately, Peterhouse have stolen it there. They play it to their line crashing it up, tries to offload to the 10, it's given to the 12, they give to the 13 on the outside, 13 will give to the 15, fortunately the 11 was just in front there, so he couldn't give him. A great clean there by Kozera, but unfortunately it's still Peterhouse ball.
Munashe passes out to the line. Number 6 almost makes a breakthrough. Driving with their big players here. Looks like there's another injury. Not too good for CBC. Looks to be Lee Ellerman. Apologies, Chase Lindley there. I'm sure quite a well-awaited break for both the teams. Must be quite tired. 70 minutes, quite a long time to play. How long did you play today, Nathan?
I played about 50 minutes, which was a very hard game. But it's a penalty to Peterhouse, yeah. James, do you think that maybe fatigue from traveling does come into effect for the CBC boys? Sorry.
So definitely I think when it's the same day game, say we get you on Friday and play on Friday, but I think the boys got quite a good rest last night. And not so much in this exact match, but yes, definitely, I mean, a game where you play on the same day, definitely that can wear you out. Sitting in a bus for 7 hours is quite a long time, and the boys won't be prepared to play. But I mean, they had a lot of warm-up time, so I think this is quite a fair off match.
Substitution there from CBC. I believe it's Tanaka who has come in. Peterhouse playing very well. Try to use that inside line yet again, but it's a knock on. Lee Ellerman gets the ball as the number 12. They pass it out wide to Haman Tishe.
Looks like the pressure did get to them. Peterhouse were quite close to the try line. CBC's ball now, just using their big players. Played quite safe. At this point in the game, I'm sure they might try to go for a kickoff, as they do with Marshall Hamandishe. Quite a nice kick there. Beautiful received. Now with number 15 from Peterhouse, passes to 11 and a knock on. Not too good for them there. They had quite an overlap as well, so that could have been something, but another wasted opportunity. But I mean, it is something that you can expect in these junior levels.
I mean, definitely, especially considering that they're not at quite that professional level, so there will be a lot more mistakes than you would think. We have another player down there from CBC, which is Lee Ellerman. I'm not sure if they will put in a substitution yet, as they want to see how serious the injury is.
So although we have quite a lot of time left, we have about 31 minutes left on the clock, so quite a lot of time. Nathan, what have you noticed that has been CBC's main flaws in their game and the problems where you think they maybe have done better on?
I feel like just watching that inside ball more, as CBC should have picked up by now that Peterhouse love using the inside ball, as well as just using their forwards more, because I believe But our CBC's forwards are a bit stronger. And maybe also using the back line. We haven't seen much from them. We've just seen the number 10 kicking from CBC. So hopefully they use them more.
Definitely, I think some interesting questions we can ask the captains at the end of the game.
The number 9 there hitting a forward was a bit too close. So no run up, which led them to lose some ground. They give it to Marshall Mandisha to clear. Fortunately, it doesn't go far enough. Yes, it has gone out, but he would have been looking to get it further up the field. Line out to Peterhouse inside CBC's 22. The number 2, Tari, to throw it in. Great throw there. Evans passes the ball to the 10, James, and he crashes it out. They play to the open side there. We lose it, but it's back for the penalty advantage.
What will the decision be? I think they're going for the kick. Tackling and not rolling away seems to be the cause of that penalty. Definitely a waste there. And it looks like it could be a giveaway for Peterhouse as they are quite close. But Nathan, what do you think? I mean, they are quite close to the try line. They're in the 22 meters. So do you think it would have been a better option to go maybe for the kick to the outline and then go for the throw-in, or do you think this was the right option?
I would say it might have been the right option. And I believe they've changed kickers, so maybe this guy will convert. As well as Peterhouse are leading 15-7. So they just want to put more points on the board to make sure that the gap is a bit far and it doesn't put pressure on the Peterhouse boys.
So I think it may have been a good option, like you said. So they did get the extra 3 points, putting them at 18-7, which gave them quite a nice gap, putting them further away from CBC. CBC now having to score 2 tries at least to try catch them. So quite a lot of pressure for them. CBC boys still have a lot of heart. They can still do this. Beautiful deep kick by Barak there, a lot of power. Looks like James will go for the kick back. And he kicks it out. Almost lands right on us. Luckily for you guys, it didn't. The line out now, Prince Ncube with the ball. Can CBC get it? And it is a knock-on. Not too great throw there, and also not too great play by them. They didn't manage to get it. And I think throughout the past week they have been working on it quite a lot, so quite disappointing to see that. Nonetheless, though, we're going back to the scrum. Like Jojo was saying earlier, a big upside to CBC was they had quite big forwards. So definitely now, in the scrum time, is when they should be using it. But, I mean, Jojo did say that, but when we were close to the try line, we did see that CBC was getting pushed off the ball quite a bit. So, I mean, I don't know if it's just the team or maybe Jojo was wrong.
The ref resetting the scrum there as it just wheeled a bit. And Evans will roll the ball in or feed it. The 10 plays it to the 12, to the 13, to the 11, to the 15. They give it to the number 14 there. I believe he stepped one there. Gaining Peterhouse some ground. The 10 plays it to a great pot there. And a big handoff there, but still managing to hold him. They play it on the blind there, the number 11. Munashe there, just crashing up. Getting some good meters here for Peterhouse. They play to the big number 1 there. Tanatwa. Scrum taking himself. Fortunately, didn't make any meters there. Penalty to Peterhouse. A careless mistake there by the CBC boy. And it was offside. I believe Peterhouse will look to use their line-out yet again, as they seem quite good in their line-outs. Ball does not go out there. Tanaka looking to step. Marshall crying for the ball there. He gets the ball and he breaks quite a few tackles there. 1-on-1 with the number 9. Great tackle by Evans. And it's a penalty to Peterhouse. Very unfortunate there, as the CBC boys were looking to hopefully score a try. Will look to use their line-out yet again, as they seem quite good in their line-outs. Ball does not go out there. Tanaka, as we see in the replay, they kicked it back, looking to step. The winger just keeping the ball too long. Marshall crying for the ball there. He gets the ball and he breaks quite a few tackles there. Unfortunately, 1-on-1 with the number 9. He was tackled. They've kicked for a touch there, the Peterhouse boys. We can hear a few Peterhouse lads there chanting Andrew Maringa's name, as he's a very good player. I've heard so. Let's see if he'll have an impact in the game if he does end up coming into the field of play. And looks like Marshall Mandisha has been injured there. Very unfortunate. He's quite a quick player. I'm not sure who they have subbed in, but let's hope that the sub can bring the same energy and keep the game going forward.
Ball goes to James. James to 12 to 13. Oh, no con there. CBC playing advantage. Lebohang with the carry. Box kick there by Kwezera. Johan on the chase. I'm not sure what the call is there. CBC ball. Penalty to Peterhouse.
Quick one!
Looks like the scrum half didn't feed the ball properly. James Watt looking for touch.
George, do you think that maybe Peterhouse opting for their line-out just allows their backline to play freely, giving them space, and you have to be back 10 from a line-out, so I think that's why they go for their line-out quite a bit. Do you think so?
I think the Peterhouse guys trust their forwards and their backline fairly. Ooh, big hit there by number 12. James Watt has been held up by Prince Nubi. More has been created. Peterhouse seems to be dominating.
Now we see.
Stolen by CBC captain Lebohang, showing his pace. Tanaka tripped by his own teammate. More has been created. Peterhouse seems to be dominating there. Ball was stolen by the captain. Stolen by CBC captain. Gave it to Lee. Lee to Lebohang. Showing his pace. And he tripped his own teammate. Ball to Christian. Christian to 13. And Lebohang with the brush tackle there. Peterhouse seems to have a man down. Hopefully it won't cost them.
Offside penalty there to CBC. CBC will kick for touch there, as they don't want to play some rugby there in their own half. But unfortunately, it's just before the halfway line. So let's hope that CBC may use a move and get them out of their own half.
Bomb squad. No, bomb, not bum. Bomb squad. Bomb.
Line out there. Great throw by the hooker. More has been formed there. Scrum half still urging his players forward there, making sure that more keeps moving and they keep going forward. Fortunately, he's been taken down there on the blind side, close to the touchline. Penalty advantage to CBC, and the ref will call the penalty.
Number 22, Andrew Maringa, waiting to get into the pitch.
Do you think that Andrew Maringa will affect the game, as he looks to be hopping in just now?
I think so, because he was ranked best center in Zimbabwe, so he might have a very good effect on the game.
So just on that point, Jojo, like you were saying about best center in Zimbabwe, we just have to double check that, I'm sure, by Google. But if you are saying that is true, why would you think they'd put him in second half?
He didn't play Derby Day because he had an injury apparently, so I don't think he's fully healed or fit to play.
CBC are playing phases. They play on the blind side to Johan, who crashes it up. Scrum half taking his time, plays it to Prince Ncube. A big handoff there by Prince Ncube. CBC keep going forward there. Unfortunately, the ref has blown it back. A player has gone down injured there. Looks to be Prince Ncube down there. Let's hope that he will be okay, as he's a very crucial player here for the CBC boys. Peterhouse do also have a player down. Looks like a cramp as they're stretching out his leg. Prince Ncube will continue playing.
Fresh pair of legs there for Peterhouse. Looks like those are some big legs there. Peterhouse bringing in their bomb squad for some big scrums. CBC finds touch. This looks dangerous as CBC is inside the Peterhouse 22. They mow once again. Oh. Brought down. Suspender with the big carry. CBC captain. Oh. Baraka Kufiwi. Quite a few dummies there and is brought down. Oh, double tackle there. Oh. No cone by Prince Nube and he gets the ball. Scrum down to Peterhouse.
I believe it was a bad pass, which is quite unfortunate for the CBC boys. Maybe it's just try-line fever, yeah. It looks like Marshall Mandisha came back into the game and was hit hard. Looks to be a scrum here to Peterhouse, deep in their own 22. I would think they're going to look to kick it. What do you think, Jojo?
Sure they will. Surely, I think they will. James Watt will be looking to find touch. Fresh pair of legs there for the Hornets. Oh, 8th man break. Is he gone? Oh, breaks the big. Oh, brought down by Marshall Mandishi. Number 21 takes it up. Few brush tackles from CBC to 22. Andrew Maringa to 40. Easy gone. Brought down by the CBC boys.
Penalty to CBC. Some lovely play there as the 8th man
brought down
broke.
by Marshall Mandishi.
Number 2 man going blind there, breaking.
Number 21 takes it up.
Going across the field there.
Few brush tackles from CBC to 22. Andrew Maringa to 40. Easy gone.
14 surely looked to be gone,
by
but
the
it was a
CBC
great
boys.
cover tackle there by Guezera. Unfortunately, that ball does not go out. Number 21 gets the ball, plays it out wide. Number 11 steps back in. Number 11 is running. Munashe keeps running. Great tackle there by Prince Nube. They give it to the number 10, James, to the number 5. Sorry.
Support him.
Will CBC steal the ball? Open play, says the ref. CBC look to use their forwards, but they're very deep in their 22. Do you think they should maybe look to clear the lines?
I think they should give it to Barak. They are 10 to find touch. They look like they are dealing with so much pressure, and they did just that. They didn't find touch. Ball with James Watt gives it to the 15 to 21. It's the short line, going straight in to the flank, and is brought down.
Peterhouse playing very well. They give it to number 18. 18 plays out right, Andrew Maringa. Plays sort of an American football pass there. Number 20, number 2 just crashing it up, Taru. The 11 gets the ball there. Advantage to Peterhouse here. Very close to their try line. But they've been brought back there for a penalty.
They are 10 to find touch. They look like they are dealing with so much pressure,
CBC gave it to
and they
Guezera.
did just that. They didn't find touch. Ball with James Watt
Then kick it to the Peterhouse
gives
team.
it to the 15,
Play it to the 15.
15 to 21.
Steps one.
Looks like there's a new pair of legs there. Tanaka's back into the game. Anasha Kwezera coming out. Oh, sorry, change of plans. He's back in.
Looks like the ref there wants to talk to the coach. I believe that the player says it's fine, but the ref feels like he should jump out. As maybe there's been a big contact there. Maybe he's hit his head. Ref urging the coach to take out his player, and Tanaka will be back in the game.
I'm sure Kwezera are not too happy about that, and definitely not good for CBC as well. Definitely don't want to be doing that when you are losing by 11 points, quite a big gap. Definitely, I'm sure CBC wanting to try catch that gap back, but with 12 minutes, what do you think? Do you think they have it or not?
It's a very tight game, so I wouldn't say I'm too sure, especially because CBC keep making mistakes. In Peterhouse, they're just very clinical. They don't make too many mistakes, and they're playing very well. Scrum to Peterhouse inside CBC's 22. Jojo, do you think this will be a definite try, or maybe Peterhouse just make a few mistakes and it won't be a try?
Peterhouse, seeing that Peterhouse likes using their centers and they've fresh pair of legs there in the middle, hopefully they'll get a try. Chip and chase. Prince Nube dots it down. Both dead.
It's a goal line dropout here to CBC. Back drops kick it. Goes to number 21, the fresh pair of legs. They give it to another fresh pair of legs. Andrew Moringa passes it out wide to Panache, who did step one but gets tackled by the second guy. Peterhouse playing here on the open side. A decent pass there. They managed to get to number 18. Number 18 going forward there. Passes it to the blind side, the number 4, David, who is the vice captain. Number 21 takes it himself, offloads it to the number 5, I believe. Peterhouse very good at supporting their players. Number 10 could have given a short line there to his forward, but he takes it up and still gives it to his forward there. Peterhouse playing CBC's 22. Will they score a try? Ref has to stop play as there's a player down. Looks to be Nyasha down here. CBC have quite a lot of injuries. Although the players do get back in the game, it does prove very costly. It's a goal line dropout here to CBC. Back drops kick it. Goes to number 21, the fresh pair of legs.
Goes to Andrew Moringa.
Andrew Moringa passes it out wide
steps
to
one,
Panache.
and was brought down by Masha Wamandishe.
Scrum here to Peterhouse. They'll definitely be looking to put on more points on the scoreboard, although they have been making quite a few mistakes. Scrummer feeds in the ball. Number 7 breaks there. Big tackle. Still driving forward, but he was brought down. Number 2 now passes to the 10. 10 tummies it. He goes through, and it's try time here for Peterhouse in Marontera. I've been making quite a few mistakes. Scrum feeds in
Going
the ball.
from the scrum,
Number 7
and a
breaks there.
breakthrough there with number 7.
Big tackle.
Almost makes it through.
Still driving
doesn't.
forward, but he was brought down. Number 2
They
passes
send
to
the ball
Ted.
through,
Dummies
beautiful
it.
dummy
He
pass,
goes through,
and makes it through the players.
Try time, yeah. The number 15, Panache, makes the kick. Do you think CBC's heads will go down now as it is 25-7 to Peterhouse here with just under 9 minutes to go?
Honestly, I think the heads will go down. Judging from other games that they start very well, but then they lack in a few things in defense.
Just under 9 minutes left in this game. Not much CBC can do, but there is still a bit of a chance for them. If they really put a lot into it, I'm sure they can come back.
It's a penalty to Peterhouse here. Very interesting as I rarely see this. They give it to Andrew Maringa, who does take it up, but a brilliant offload to the number 8 there, Cameron Ray, who keeps going forward. Peterhouse do play it to Andrew Maringa. I believe he's playing 10. They give it to the fresh pair of legs there, the number 17, the big man. And he keeps taking it forward, getting Peterhouse into the 22 of CBC. Peterhouse trying to use the overlap there. I believe the number 6 does crash it up.
Let's go CBC.
Number 21 there. Just putting a little chip there. Fortunately, it does go past the deadline. Ref looks to be giving a yellow card here. Very unfortunate for CBC. And it is Marshall Hamandishe who does get the yellow card. Offside there. Peterhouse ball.
Let's use the time!
Peterhouse do opt for a line out yet again.
Oh, Peterhouse!
They give it to the number 6 there. Brilliant set play. Where is it a try? Just short there. I believe the Peterhouse forwards will use their numbers to take it up. Unfortunately, it is a try. And CBC looked like they might have just given up, which is very unfortunate. And it seems like the CBC boys are complaining to the ref, saying that they did keep the ball up and just before the line. We will now take another look at the replay here. A brilliant set move here by the Peterhouse boys. Number 6 there, brilliant set play. Where is it a try? And the Peterhouse boys did use their forwards to crash it up. I believe the Peterhouse forwards will use their numbers to take it up. He took it forward and the ref blew for a try. Number 15, Panache here to take the kick. And they did change him earlier with the captain, James Watt. Unfortunately, he does miss to the right of the upright. But Peterhouse
Quite disappointing to see this from CBC, like we were saying. It definitely has changed from last season. I don't know if it's a loss of players or a loss of school spirit, but it definitely seems like CBC doesn't have it anymore. But this is the first game, and Peterhouse is quite a tough side. But I think definitely going through the season, CBC just has to keep their head up. This is just a learning experience, not a loss. And I think definitely for them, it's a lot to learn from. And I'm sure we can get some details from the team themselves in about 7 minutes.
Jojo, I've been notified that Peterhouse will be playing Lomakandi next week. Do you think going into that game they have a lot of confidence from this game?
Surely they do have the confidence, but judging from Derby Day, Lomakandi's played very well against St. George's, and Peterhouse and St. George's are rivals, so I'm not sure, but I hope it's going to be a good game.
And for CBC, they will be playing Falcon College next week. So you think they'll try and improve on their mistakes, and hopefully the Falcon game will be much closer for CBC.
CBC has to improve on a lot of things like fanning out and using their backline more, because they are using more of their forwards.
It is a more now to CBC. Ball to the back. Scrum off now urging his players forward there with a few slaps on the back. Prince looks to break there. Tries to hand off. A great tackle there. He does jump out of the tackle, but he's brought down. No support there. Number 6 taking the ball there and giving it to Johan. The scrum off, Tanaka. Plays it to Martin. Martin does give it to Subusiso, who crashes it up. Tanaka there plays it to Kwezera. Kwezera to Barak. Barak dummies. Steps inside, steps out. Pass to the pod there. He crashes it up. They play to the blind. Oh, bit of a bad pass there, but CBC managing to keep ball. With 3 minutes to go, would you say the game is just about done, or do you think CBC might pull a rabbit out of the hat?
Judging from CBC's lineup right now, they've had so much injuries and they look like they are very tired. So I think the score will stay like that.
They do kick for touch yet again, the CBC boys, opting for a line-out. One thing I really want to see from CBC is them using their backline, as we haven't seen it much this game. Just under 2 minutes to go here. CBC line out inside Peterhouse is 22. Hopefully they can score a try and close the gap between the two teams. They throw it to the back of the line out. Fortunately, bit of a bad throw and a bit of a bad pass there, but Peterhouse get the ball. Andrew Maringa will kick it deep. Wezi Piri gets the ball. Running across the field there, trying to look for a gap. And he does break a tackle. He does a little bit of a coup step there and crashes it up. Tanaka passes the ball. They kick it deep. And it's a penalty to CBC for high tackle.
Watch touch, James!
CBC are just outside of Peterhouse's half here with under a minute to go. Do you think they can score another try, or will the game just end like this?
Looks like the game will have to end like this with 41 seconds to go.
Good kick there, but not inside Peterhouse's 22. So they will be playing outside of their 22. But hopefully CBC can pull something and maybe get a try. Prince Nube will throw the ball in.
Five seconds to go now. Not much can be done. Looks like CBC has lost this one. Dumiso has the ball. They're going to have one last try. And CBC goes out. That looks like it will be it. I think last play. Line out now. Peterhouse with the ball. What will they do with this? One last play. Looks like they're going for the line ball. Passing down nice and fast. Number 11 passes. Nice defense. Nice speed there. Step in. Beautiful step, but brought down. Going for the line again. Breaks through now. First player. What can he do with this? Still going. And he is still going now. Brought down though. Number 17, big player, still going on. Looks like he's going to get another and final try for Peterhouse. That is number 17, taking their score to 35-7. Beautiful try there. Excellent play, beautiful passing. That is teamwork there shown by Peterhouse, and a wonderful finish for them for this game. The crowd excited here, as they should be. Beautiful play there. Let's just take another look at that. Still going now, brought down though.
Overflow breaks number 17
big player,
breaks 2
still going
tackles.
on. Looks like he's going to get another and final
And it looks
try
like he outpaces the number 10 from
for
CBC,
Peterhouse.
which is very
Number
shocking. You
17,
will rarely see that
taking
in a
their
first
score
team
to
game.
35.
And it looks like he's stepping up to kick his own try. Will he make it?
Heartwarming moment there. Really nice for Peterhouse. Goes for the kick. And he gets it. What an end to a game. Crowd going wild. Beautiful game there. Beautiful day. Wonderful day of games. Day of games. And they shake hands at the end. Both teams playing really well, but I think Peterhouse just has that extra bit of power. And they had the agility. They used their line a lot, but as we did see, speed is not the main thing, as number 17 proved everybody wrong, driving and managed to outrun some of the CBC backline. Excellent game there. Stick with us though, we shall be trying to get an interview with some of the captains. But if you are leaving now, thank you for watching. Please drop a sub, we really do appreciate it.
Peterhouse played with great structure there. They had very good speed, strength, and they were using the short balls more and not the long balls.
The final score here at Peterhouse in Marundera is 37-7 to Peterhouse, which is very unfortunate for CBC, and well played to Peterhouse Skins.
Looks like the scoreboard is on Peterhouse side, and not what we expected from CBC. Cheers.
Afternoon, ladies and gents. I'm here with Nyasha from the CBC Hornets. First of all, well played. Apologies about your loss. So just a quick question. How are you feeling before your game?
Before the game, we're really excited, wanted to come here, prove a point to the lads and show them what we had. But such is life, and this is a score that we have to deal with now. But moving forward, we have to work on it and do our best.
Yeah, so definitely. As I know, you were the first to score the try. How did that feel? And I think I remember the score was 7-5. So when you banged that first try, when you scored that first try, how were you feeling when you scored it? And did you think that you were going to continue that throughout the game?
Honestly, I was feeling ecstatic when I scored that first try. I felt like the boys, also the spirits came up when I scored, and we knew that was our momentum, and we tried to use that to go through the game and hopefully use it as a front foot and do our best. But anyways, this is what we have to do now.
All right, thanks again. Well played. Just going to look for the Peterhouse captain now. gents. I'm here with Mukuze, the Peterhouse captain. First of all, well done. You guys played really well. First question, how do you feel coming into this game, having played CBC previously at the Derby Day? What are you expecting?
I think CBC played well in the first half during the Derby Day, and we saw it happen again, yeah. So I think the focus was us to get a good start, and I don't think we did that today, but it was a good game.
All right, and obviously next week you're playing Lamagandi, quite a tough game, quite a well-known team. What are you expecting going into that game?
Now we know they just beat Falcon, like 46-16, something like that. So luckily we have the home ground advantage. The supporters here, so hopefully we can use that to get over the line.
Right, thank you very much. Thanks for the time. Right, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed. Been quite a good day. Peterhouse did come out on top in most or all of our games. Thank you for watching. Please drop a sub and like if you enjoyed.